games begin for them August 1st against the Los Angeles Lakers. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on Sportsnet. For the Portland, in Portland, November 13th, they won 114-106. On the clock, and Portland won at 101-99. But this is
addition of Nurkic and Collins back to the lineup is really going to help that do what a lot of guards do in this league. It's more of a traditional matchup that you'll face.
Pascal Siakam. Excellent point that you make. You think back to Friday night, you're playing against a small.
But we saw their defense really ramp up throughout the course of the game, and any coach will tell you, the offense will come.
McCollum gets it to Whiteside, jumper, pace to it. Here's Ibaka, but then you extend that title run, and then you have the World Cup where he won ball.
It's not like you can get a run once or twice a week. I think it's very tough, and these guys want to play.
That McCaw is not playing today, against Portland, and Nurse said that McCaw is working.
He hit him, but nice cut. Supposed to come off a back screen from.
But players had the opportunity to. And tibia. And October. Just tough without those two.
Absolutely. And
OG with an up fake. He drives, cut off by Nurkic, and after basket counts we're hearing.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff on that play. Kyle penetrating, kicking it.
Chris setting the screen there. Anunoby attacking on Collins. Strong. Average better than 6 rebounds since signing as a free agent. There's a Terrence Davis in. OG, great move. Davis
came back prepared to play.
Alvin Williams will first quarter. McCollum up top, guarded by Davis. Here he is. Step back three. And
I got traded from Portland and I came to Toronto, but I had the 1-year deal, so I knew I was a free agent. But I had want to play. But on top of that, I love the fact that the mental aspect.
Prior to Villanova closing down the gym, they said that.
And I got a chance to talk to him, and the one thing he talked about was him missing his family. And those are, I think, when you're coming from a coach, you have to tap into the human side. And unfortunately, with how are we making sure that our players and our teammates were in line? To players, they did everything that was asked for them to do, and that's the element of a success in the NBA. And Adam Silver has done a great job leading this thing for however many. I want to see more, but until I can get in there and really understand exactly what the NBA is doing, season whatever it's doing, to make it the best product and the best push and the best initiative.
It has to be something that is worked at tirelessly. It's no longer resistance. It's something that it's everybody's responsibility, and I think that's what Rondae was trying to say.
Nick Nurse has said, right, as soon as the ball goes up, he said, we're such an
epitome of that over the last couple years for the Raptors.
Leads the team in total rebounds, also in doubles.
That's a tough stretch for them, and well, if they're going to get in, they're going to have to earn it, that's for sure.
Hey. Carmelo keeps it alive. Raptors with 18 points off of the Nurkic with the denial. Siakam comes away with it in the corner. Serge spots up the three.
That time Serge is able to knock down the three. Composure.
Three-point attempt. McCollum sidestep. Triggers a three. And Carmelo.
So he's perfectly fine going through you. And as Carmelo.
Anthony, Nurkic, Whiteside, Gary Trent Jr., and C.J. with the steal. Powell driving, dumps it off to OG, finds. So
right.
they do have a number system offensively. They're working on how the different sets that they want to run and what they want to do. Maybe they'll come up like we see.
Quiet in there. Everybody can hear what you're calling. Having said that, you got to be creative. Oh, Obi, the word that comes to mind right now about his game is sharp. You see him right there, and sometimes you get that 11 o'clock in the morning game and there's no one in the building but
wait to C.J. McCollum. And Anthony
down in the playoffs because they're going to need him.
Well, that's That's what Nick Nurse mentioned this earlier. He said pride with the denial on the inside. Carmelo.
It's a gradual ramp up, right? Get them a bit more acclimated to what they're used with, a bit of an edge and an attitude that you need if you want to be a team that's competing for something big.
And he played Indiana on Thursday. Here's Pascal.
Yes.
On the court. Watson, Boucher, Hollis Jefferson.
They get in the ball, and I love when a guy can get it off the glass and start to push transition and not look for a point guard.
Either president or general manager in the bubble.
Terrence Davis has no problem knocking down that shot.
Thomas, the deep.
I like that balance that they have. It started out all three-point line.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Sometimes you watch these games, you're going along, all of a sudden it's all Raptors. Why?
Sherman and I have talked about it as well. Just the focus that this group has.
They're mature. I mean, look at what happened with the Clippers and Lou Williams.
Yeah.
You have to be locked in as to what you
You're
Good
doing
seeing
well.
you, buddy.
Great to see you guys and great to chat with you. Hey, twine and wine, wear a mask.
Side of themselves, so that kind of confidence and that kind of understanding of who you are creates a very balanced.
And begins. Hollis Jefferson doesn't go. Boucher, how about that? Thomas. Scrimmage games, they'll take on Phoenix on Tuesday afternoon at 3 p.m.
And I like Matt Thomas in terms of his ability to keep defenses spread with his shooting ability, so made him play on the defensive end.
Hollis Jefferson kicks it. Here's Thomas. He's already made 3.
Because he's not as tall as you want a shooter to be, you've got to take those quick shots sometimes. It's
Hustling for it. Gabriel on the inside. Got Hollis Jefferson guarded by Gabriel. Here's Thomas, and he is. Hernandez played 55 seconds on Friday night. Side. Hernandez cuts him off. Off of the leg at Johnson. Game. Here's Stanley. Watson finds a cutting Thomas.
yeah, he's playing smart, aggressive basketball.
Patrick McCall. Gasol started the game, played 10 minutes. Van Vliet.
The defensive side seems to be as close to where they want it to be than anything else.
Johnson gets it now to Malcolm Miller. Miller driving. Game for Serge, and Siakam with 18 points. Off the turnover, Stanley. Nick Nurse, I think, will be the NBA Coach of the Year.
Oh, he deserves it.
Yeah, for sure. NBA announced this. There's 127 left, up by 7. What are the things that stand out to you specifically?
Once they settled down, they figured it out. But I do think what we're seeing is an improvement. They're going to have an opportunity to get contributions up and down this roster.
Shot clock down, Watson.
Paul Watson crosses over, and there you see Boucher just kind of roll.
No true point on the floor for the Turks. Net 1.
You know, you mentioned Pascal, and
The Portland Trailblazers will go to 0-2 in the scrimmage. As you see, Kyle and Carmelo embrace.